Welcome back to video number 3. This is the palette cleanser where we talk about the royal family. But before we do, I've got a little Finn update for you here. So let's jump in and cover, shall we? Let's go. So I wanted to show you this before we jump into the royal family video. One of my fabulous subscribers sent me this bath brush to help with Finn because Finn didn't like baths. Here you go. All right, Finn doesn't like baths, but Finn needs to have a bath, and we are going to show a new something that one of my subscribers sent for me. And here we go. This is the fabulous massage brush somebody sent for helping to bathe Finn because he doesn't like bath time, and he actually seems to be enjoying that a little bit. We're not getting the usual pullback, get me out of the shower thing. Ooh. So to the person who sent me that off of my Amazon wish list, thank you so much. It really is a big help when it comes to bathing Finn. All right, let's jump into our royal news now. Let's go. We're starting out on August 23rd. The Oban Museum had a real royal visitor. It's a War and Peace museum. The director, Eddie Thornton, and chairman of director, Fergus Gillanders, and met up with the museum's new patron, Vice Admiral Sir Tim Lawrence. How wonderful is that? Next up, we have James Middleton, Catherine, the Princess of Wales' brother. Apparently, there was a gentleman named Ramon Perez. He was going from the UK to Argentina with his friend's dog, Sombra, on August 22nd. Upon arrival at Heathrow Airport, Ramon was told by Air France flight attendants that the dog was too heavy to travel in the cabin and needed to be moved into cargo. So when this guy got to Paris for the stopover, he was told the dog was missing. Apparently, Air France isn't doing a whole lot to find this dog. So, of course, James, who found out about this story, is sharing a petition on Instagram and said, as someone who travels regularly, this is my worst nightmare. He then tagged Air France's Instagram account and reminded followers that, International Dog Day was coming up. So there is a petition that claims that the owner has gotten no update from Air France, which has left him in big distress. And they're saying that his disappearance is not just a heartbreaking incident, it's failure of the airline to fulfill its duty of care. And they're asking in the petition for Air France to give the owner footage, records, or communications that may shed light on what happened. I think the dog was stolen. I mean, it's pretty obvious the dog didn't escape. It was in a crate. And so the owner is asking the airline to look at the cameras and see who took the dog. I mean, I don't understand. Air France should have been, they should have called the French police by now since the dog was stolen. I hope they find him. All right, moving on. All right, next up we have Queen Camilla, who made a surprise appearance at the York racecourse over several days. And of course, she was seen wearing her favorite color of blue. She was there on days 3 and 4 of the Ebor Festival, and she is the patron of the York racecourse. The Queen opened the racecourse's latest development, which, by the way, is a new state-of-the-art complex called, I don't know if I can say this, but the Bustardthorpe development. And this was designed to improve the experience for racegoers, and sustainability apparently is at the heart of it. There's rainwater harvest tanks, solar panels, and there's even a living roof. So during the visit, the Queen also presented the trophy to the winning owner of the Ebor Handicap. She was seen with racing manager John Warren. We all remember him. He worked with Queen Elizabeth. Nice guy, super nice. And it's also reported that on Friday, the Queen attended to watch the Crown Estate, which is the horse she co-owns with the King, which was bred by the late Queen Elizabeth. Love that. All right, let's move on now. Next up on this past Sunday, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, was seen in Scotland heading to church with William, who has shaved his beard. The internet is sad. In the back was George and Charlotte, but apparently not Louis. And what little bit we could see of Catherine, she looked wonderful, much healthier. We saw Charles and Camilla also heading to church that day. In another car, we saw the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, Sophie and Edward, along with their son, James, Earl of Wessex, and Sir Tim Lawrence. They were also headed to church. And of course, a big thank you to Remoulade Sauce for showing us everything Catherine was wearing. We really don't know a whole lot at this point of what's going on with Catherine, but let me tell you what we do know from seeing those pictures. She's on vacation at Balmoral with the family. She felt well enough to go to church on Sunday. And I just think it's wonderful that she and the family are able to go and take this well-needed break. And these stories about she's seen for the first time out in public, guys, she was heading to church. Good for her, though. All right, let's move on. Let's turn our attention to Princess Charlotte. It's come out that while she does love gymnastics and piano playing, and she plays tennis and she's horseback riding, she's very athletic like her mother. Apparently, one of her passions is dance. And one talent that she loves is ballet. She takes weekly private ballet lessons at a school in South London. And we know that George, for a while there, was doing it too. And in case you guys don't remember, somebody made fun of him online, and like hundreds of dancers came out into Times Square to bullish George. Good for Charlotte. All right, let's turn our attention back to Kathleen. We're going to finish up with this story because we know it was only 5 months ago that she announced to the whole world that she had cancer and she was undergoing chemotherapy, after having major abdominal surgery. Her absence from the public eye fueled a social media storm. There were conspiracy theories. And so finally she came out and made a statement because it was the only way to get people to stop. Well, some people to stop, not everybody. We knew that she would come back as she could, as she was feeling. And so she made her appearance at Trooping the Color. She looked absolutely gorgeous. That was back in June. She looked like Eliza Doolittle from My Fair Lady in that outfit. And then, of course, I think it was like a month or two later, she came out into the royal box for Wimbledon. And she's coming out slowly but surely. And then Catherine came out in that message for Team GB earlier in the month. So that's the third time that she'd been seen in public since revealing she had cancer. So I think it's really well the way they're doing it. They're doing a nice, slow return. They're not stressing her out. And I thought she looked absolutely lovely at every event. And good for her. You guys don't know what goes on behind the scenes. All right, you guys, you know what to do. Hit the like and the subscribe button and hit the bell for all notifications, although you probably won't get any. Don't forget to go down into the description box where you'll find links to my Twitter, my Gettr, my Rumble, my email, a physical address in case there's something you want to send, my Amazon wish list, my Patreon, which is currently paused. And if anybody's donated to my coffee fund, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.